I used to be a very introvert person, speaking to just a few of my friends. Living like a robot, eating, sleeping, working, repeating daily in Australia. I also felt lost, as if I was just existing, but not truly living. I always wanted to pursue my passion, but I wasn't know where to start. I used to lack of confidence. I used to think of what people thought of me and what people saw me, and often doubt myself. When COVID-19 hits in 2019, reading all kind of news forced me to think, what do I want in my life? What if I would die tomorrow or next week? I start observing people around me and think, what could I do to make my life more meaningful? And at the same time, positively impacting others. I spent 5 months on researching human behaviors, discovering my talent, attend workshops to find my passions, and studied what could I do to make my life more meaningful, and is that the life that I want? I always wanted to become a person which is different from others, but I wasn't sure if I could be one. Then one day my grandma's words hit me hard. She said, to live is to be happy. But I didn't understand fully at that time. I started doing research on human behaviors, like I said just now, and what I could do. So I decided finally to start a workshop space in my 800 square foot home studio, and it only able to fit 5 students for one session. Despite my doubt and lack of art background or painting experience, I took a leap of faith. I started experimenting and practicing fluid art myself, and I posted it on social media. Some of my friends say, oh, they want to join me, so they shared their experience on social media. I was lucky because some of my friends are influencers, so I got a lot of exposure from there, and that's how I got to see a lot of happy faces after they experienced fluid art. Throughout these 3 years, I also faced many times of giving up because I felt so lonely, because none of my friends or people around me could understand what I was doing because they don't have similar experience, or they just don't understand what I'm doing because it's art, and none of my friends are in art industry, and no one to face to when I have problems. I even received bad comments on my paintings where he said, even my grandma can do better. That's really hurt. And I also faced problem where no one signed up for the workshop for 3 consecutive months, which affected my livelihood. But I promised to visit an old folks' home, even though I initially wanted to cancel it. But there's a calling to follow through. So I actually visited the old folks' home. I didn't expect that this visit could change my life and change my perceptions entirely. And 90-year-old grandpa said that this was his first ever experience in his entire life for fluid art, and it's very beautiful. He also asked us to take a photo to send it to his niece in China. And at the moment, I felt like my grandma's spirit is like urging me to be brave and ask me to follow my heart. Here's the video. Yes, this is the video. On the 9th of March, which is my birthday, I decided to spend my day in this old folks' home. Seeing all the smiles on the folks really made me feel relieved and blessed, and at that moment, I felt like I found the meaning of my life. And I finally understand what my grandma's means. To live is to be happy. I always wanted to share my passion for fluid art with my grandma and to show her how much happiness fluid art brings me. But sadly, I discovered this magical fluid art form after she passed away. But I deeply believe that somewhere up above, she is smiling down on me and proud of the happiness that I found. I also wanted to share about my first ever fluid art showcase in Pavilion Bukit Jalil Sutaya Books. As you can see, those paintings are with different color palettes, and it's mainly with gold flakes. It is the inspiration is from where different color palettes, it means it represents different personality from different of us. And gold flakes, it's very precious, which means that every one of us, we have our own talents. We just need to find it out and embrace it, no matter where are you from what industry, and whatever you have learned. Talent comes from passion, not just from what you have learned. Before I end my sharing, I would like to share a few key takeaways which I use to remind myself daily. The first one is be courage on what you dream of. Discover your talent and create any possibilities of yourself. Appreciate every single moment with your parents and grandparents because they might just left within half of your life. Trust what God has arranged for you. Whatever you are going through, it's always happened for a good reason, no matter good or bad. Focus yourself, be good to yourself, and love yourself. Do not care too much on how people think of you and comment on you. And the last one, fluid art can make everyone happy and mindfulness. If you haven't tried, please do so. And lastly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Beth, a grandma's girl and a proud founder of the Fluid Box. Nice to meet you. Thank you.